Crisis in Croatia. The Five Poppies trap claims its victims. The WSB mission that began as routine surveillance has descended into a nightmare that will forever change the lives of those involved. What started as Jocelyn Jack's and Agent Vaughn's undercover assignment at the luxurious Five Poppies resort in Croatia has transformed into a deadly trap, with Pascal pulling the strings and blood soon to be spilled on foreign soil. The mission compromised. Pascal's menacing smile reveals the depth of his knowledge as he confronts the captured WSB agents. The concierge-turned-captor has orchestrated every move, from the moment Jocelyn and Vaughn arrived posing as newlyweds to their current predicament, bound, beaten, and facing an uncertain fate. Their cover, so carefully constructed, lies in tatters as Pascal reveals he has known about their true identities all along. The interrogation sessions grow increasingly violent as Pascal demands information about WSB operations and Jack Brennan's involvement. Vaughn endures the worst of the physical punishment, his face bearing the brutal marks of Pascal's interrogation methods, while Jocelyn watches in horror, knowing their situation grows more desperate by the hour. The safe combination she provided under duress may be their only bargaining chip, but even that lifeline appears insufficient to secure their freedom. Heroes converge. Meanwhile, Jason Morgan and Britt Westburn find themselves in an impossible position at the same resort. Their long-awaited reunion, fraught with emotion and unresolved feelings, must take a backseat to the immediate crisis. Britt's medical expertise and Jason's combat skills become essential as they realize the scope of the danger surrounding them. When Jason discovers that Carly's daughter is among the captured agents, his protective instincts override all other considerations. The revelation that Jocelyn, the girl he helped raise, Carly's beloved child, is in mortal danger transforms his mission from personal to deeply emotional. Britt, despite her own precarious situation with her mysterious benefactor, recognizes the stakes and commits to the rescue attempt. The rescue attempt. The assault on Pascal's stronghold unfolds with military precision as Jason and Britt coordinate their approach. Using Britt's insider knowledge of the resort's layout and Jason's tactical expertise, they infiltrate the facility where Jocelyn and Vaughn are being held. The initial phases of the rescue appear promising, with the duo successfully neutralizing several of Pascal's operatives and advancing toward their targets. However, Pascal proves more cunning than anticipated. Having anticipated a rescue attempt, he has prepared multiple contingencies and reinforcements. The firefight that erupts becomes a chaotic battle through the resort's corridors, with Jason and Britt fighting desperately against overwhelming odds while racing against time to reach the captured agents. Pirrhic victory. Despite their valiant efforts and tactical superiority, Jason and Britt arrive moments too late. In a final act of defiance, Pascal ensures that if he cannot extract the information he needs, no one will benefit from the failed operation. The discovery of Vaughn and Jocelyn's bodies represents a devastating failure that will haunt all survivors. The aftermath of the battle sees Pascal's operation dismantled and his network exposed. But the victory rings hollow. Jason's anguish at failing to save Carly's daughter becomes palpable as he holds Jocelyn's lifeless form, while Britt struggles with her own grief over the young woman who had shown such promise and courage. The journey home. The somber task of repatriating the bodies begins immediately, with WSB protocols dictating the careful handling of fallen agents. The chartered flight carrying Vaughn and Jocelyn back to Los Angeles becomes a mobile wake, with Jason accompanying the victims on their final journey. The weight of explaining these deaths to their family, especially to Carly, looms over everyone involved in the operation. Brennan faces the impossible task of crafting an explanation that honors the agent's sacrifice, while acknowledging his role in their deaths. The official reports and debriefings cannot capture the human cost of the mission's failure, nor can they prepare him for Carly's reaction when she learns the truth about her daughter's secret life. Carly's fury. The revelation hits Carly like a physical blow. Her daughter, her precious Jocelyn, had been living a double life as a WSB operative. The carefully constructed lies about college assignments and routine activities crumble as the truth emerges. Brennan had recruited her daughter into one of the world's most dangerous professions, without her knowledge or consent. Carly's grief transforms into white-hot rage as she confronts Brennan, her words cutting deeper than any physical wound. The trust they had built, the romantic relationship that seemed to promise a future together, disintegrates in the face of his betrayal. Her promise never to forgive him echoes through the corridors of the hospital, where Jocelyn's body awaits final arrangements. The ripple effects. The tragedy sends shockwaves through Port Charles as the community grapples with the loss of 2 young lives. Vaughn's death, while mourned by his WSB colleagues, lacks the personal connections that make Jocelyn's passing so devastating to the town's residents. Friends and family struggle to reconcile the vibrant young woman they knew with the secret agent who died in service to her country. The investigation into the failed mission will continue, with WSB officials conducting thorough reviews of protocols and procedures. However, no amount of bureaucratic scrutiny can restore the lives lost or heal the wounds inflicted on those who survive. The Five Poppies Resort, once a symbol of luxury and escape, now stands as a monument to the deadly game of international espionage. As the dust settles on this tragic chapter, the survivors must confront their new reality, a world forever changed by the events in Croatia, where love, duty, and sacrifice converged in the most devastating possible outcome. Next, we will learn about the intriguing love triangle involving Spencer Casadini and the heated debate over his romantic choices between Esme Prince and Trina Robinson. In the ever-twisting world of Port Charles, few storylines have sparked as much discussion as the romantic entanglements of Spencer Casadini. Fans of General Hospital are buzzing with opinions on whether Spencer truly made the right call by pursuing a future with Trina Robinson instead of rekindling things with the enigmatic Esme Prince. While the show's narrative led him toward that picturesque sunset moment with Trina, a vocal segment of the audience believes an alternate path with Esme could have delivered even more dramatic fireworks. Imagine if Spencer had embraced the chaotic spark he shared with Esme. Her unpredictable nature might have pushed him to new heights of character development, exploring the darker shades of the Casadini legacy in ways that his relationship with Trina has yet to fully uncover. This what-if scenario has fans revisiting key episodes, pondering how Spencer's haughty demeanor and privileged upbringing could have meshed with Esme's cunning schemes, potentially creating a power couple that rivals the show's most iconic pairings. Delving deeper into this debate, it's clear that Esme's villainous past doesn't deter everyone from rooting for her and Spencer. Despite her history of manipulation and outright dangerous behavior, many viewers point to the undeniable chemistry that simmered between them from their first encounters. Picture those intense scenes where their banter crackled with tension, blending attraction and antagonism in a way that kept audiences on the edge of their seats. In contrast, Spencer's connection with Trina, while sweet and aspirational, sometimes feels more like a polished fairy tale than a raw, passionate romance. Supporters of an Esme-Spencer union argue that her edge could have challenged Spencer to confront his own flaws, perhaps leading to a redemption arc for both characters that involves high-stakes adventures and emotional reckonings. Adding to this, invented elements like a hidden Casadini family artifact that Esme discovers could have woven in layers of intrigue, forcing Spencer to choose between loyalty to his heritage and the pull of forbidden love, making their storyline a labyrinth of secrets and betrayals far beyond the current plot. Social media has become a hotbed for these discussions, with fans sharing passionate takes on how the love triangle might have evolved differently. One enthusiast described Spencer as the epitome of Casadini's sophistication, art yet refined, always impeccably dressed, with a sharp intellect matched only by his endless leisure time and family fortune. This portrayal suggests he could have thrived in a partnership with someone like Esme, whose own scheming ways mirror the Casadini flair for drama. Another viewer likened a potential Spencer-Trina duo to the elegant aura of historical figures, like Jackie Kennedy and John F. Kennedy, noting their chemistry wasn't explosive but carried a certain timeless grace. However, not all feedback is positive. Some criticized the show's direction for turning Spencer into a repetitive character, lounging aimlessly and fixating on Trina, while downplaying his complicated history with Esme through constant misdirection. Expanding on this, fans have speculated about alternate timelines where Spencer and Esme's time on that remote island shipwreck becomes a turning point, perhaps involving survival challenges that forge an unbreakable bond, complete with invented details like discovering a deserted villa filled with clues to Esme's forgotten past, adding mystery and romance to their isolation. Further fueling the conversation, creative fan theories abound about how Spencer might overlook Esme's more sinister traits in favor of their shared intensity. Comments flood in, with one suggesting that their forced proximity on the island could lead to heartfelt confessions, where Spencer finally sees beyond her criminal escapades to the vulnerable woman underneath. Inventing new layers, imagine if Esme revealed a long-buried family connection to the Casadinis, turning their relationship into a dynastic alliance that shakes Port Charles to its core. This angle provides a detailed exploration of forgiveness and growth, as Spencer grapples with his moral compass amid tropical storms and improvised shelters, ultimately deciding if love can conquer even the most heinous of pasts. Such additions enrich the narrative, highlighting how Ism's complexity could have elevated Spencer's arc from brooding heir to a multifaceted anti-hero, contrasting sharply with the more straightforward path he's taken with Trina. Of course, the beauty of General Hospital lies in its unpredictability, and this love triangle is no exception. As viewers dissect every glance and dialogue, the consensus leans toward wishing for more exploration of the Esme option, given the electric dynamic she brought to Spencer's life. Yet, the show's writers have steered him toward Trina, infusing their story with themes of hope and redemption that resonate with a different crowd. To expand, consider how an Esme-focused plot might have incorporated global adventures, like chasing artifacts across Europe, blending romance with espionage in a nod to classic soap opera tropes. This inventive twist could have introduced new characters, such as a rival suitor for Esme, heightening the jealousy and stakes for Spencer. Ultimately, these fan-driven ideas underscore the depth of engagement with the series, proving that even seemingly settled romances can spark endless speculation. As the drama unfolds in Port Charles, one thing is certain: the echoes of this love triangle will linger, influencing future episodes in unexpected ways. Whether Spencer sticks with Trina or fate pulls him back toward Ism's orbit remains a tantalizing mystery. Fans eager for resolution or perhaps a shocking twist will make it a habit to catch every episode, as the writers continue to weave intricate tales that keep us all hooked. Next, we will learn about the explosive rivalry between Christina Davis and Ava Jerome, and why many fans believe Ava is reaping exactly what she's sown from her younger counterpart. In the high-stakes drama of Port Charles, the feud between Christina Davis and Ava Jerome stands out as a mirror image of clashing egos and shared flaws. Spoilers from ABC General Hospital hint that Ava is facing a reckoning from Christina, who embodies the same ruthless ambition and entitlement, but channeled through the fire of youth. Picture Christina as Ava's echo, from 2 decades Agaboth women navigating the treacherous waters of mob family legacies, with a blend of charm and calculation. While Ava has long been the queen of manipulation, Christina's recent actions suggest she's not just following in those footsteps, but sprinting ahead, delivering a dose of karma that feels poetically just. Inventing a fresh layer to this dynamic, imagine if Christina uncovered a hidden Jerome family journal detailing Ava's early schemes, using it as ammunition to expose vulnerabilities and intensify their confrontations, turning every encounter into a battle of wits laced with personal vendettas. Diving into the heart of their similarities, it's easy to see why viewers label both as self-absorbed, pampered princesses of the underworld, each demanding the world bend to their whims. Christina might come across as deeply flawed and even despicable at times, but fans argue Ava takes the crown for sheer malevolence, her history of betrayals painting her as the ultimate antagonist. The idea of them sharing a prison cell sparks dark humor among the audience. See a convicted killer alongside someone who's flirted dangerously close to the same fate. Expanding on this, creative speculation envisions a storyline where Christina's attempt on Ava's life leads to a forced alliance against a common enemy, like a shadowy new mob rival threatening both their families, forcing them to confront their mirrored personalities in tense, underground meetings that blur the lines between hatred and reluctant respect. This invented twist adds depth, showing how their entitled upbringings could either unite them in survival mode or escalate into an all-out war that engulfs Port Charles. Despite the widespread disdain for Christina's antics, a surprising number of General Hospital enthusiasts aren't holding her accountable for targeting Ava, viewing it as a twisted form of justice. The consensus online leans toward understanding Christina's rage, especially given Ava's track record of destruction that has left lasting scars on many characters. To flesh this out, fans have imagined alternate scenarios where Christina's plot backfires in spectacular fashion, perhaps involving a dramatic hospital showdown, where Ava turns the tables with a clever counter-scheme, only for Christina to rally with unexpected allies from her Davis roots. Such inventions highlight the moral gray areas in their conflict, emphasizing how Ava's worst offenses make Christina's actions seem almost forgivable. In the soap's convoluted ethical landscape, keeping viewers hooked on the potential for explosive repercussions, the internet buzz around this pairing is electric. with social media overflowing with insights into their complex personas. One devoted watcher pointed out that Ava's enduring appeal stems from her unapologetic nature, acknowledging her flaws while crediting the brilliant performance that evokes empathy, even in her darkest hours. This compassion often ties back to the actress's skillful portrayal, making Ava a character you love to hate. Another comment reflected on past grievances, like infamous incidents involving other characters, admitting that while those moments were infuriating, they couldn't fully erase a lingering soft spot for Ava's multifaceted villainy. Inventing new elements here. Suppose the show introduced a flashback episode revealing a young Ava in situations eerily similar to Christina's current predicaments, complete with invented details like a forbidden romance that shaped Ava's cynicism, providing fans with deeper context, and fueling debates about whether Christina is doomed to repeat the same cycles or break free through her confrontations. Shifting perspectives. Some fans find Christina's behavior grating, but insist she's nowhere near Ava's level of outright wickedness, urging others to recognize the clear distinctions in their villainy. The irritation with Christina often spikes with her portrayal, where changes in casting have amplified her annoying traits, making her less tolerable than in previous iterations. To expand creatively, envision a plot where Christina undergoes a temporary identity crisis, perhaps triggered by a near-death experience orchestrated by Ava, leading to introspective moments that add nuance to her character. Mabe, discovering a hidden talent for art that humanizes her beyond the spoiled facade, contrasting sharply with Ava's entrenched evil and prompting fans to reassess their allegiances. In this ongoing saga, further comments delve into the justified animosity, with one fan asserting that Christina's desire for vengeance against Ava is understandable, given the Jerome clan's role in tragic losses, pinning much of the blame squarely on Ava. This ties into broader family feuds that have defined General Hospital's lore, suggesting the need for more layered writing to flesh out Christina's motivations, adding inventive flair. Imagine if Christina allied with a reformed ex-Jerome associate who provides insider secrets, escalating the tension with clandestine operations that could culminate in a public trial, exposing Ava's deepest secrets, blending legal drama with personal revenge and offering a detailed exploration of accountability. In Port Charles's shadowy world, looking ahead, the question of what's in store for these two formidable women keeps speculation alive, with possibilities ranging from uneasy truces to all-out cataclysms. As their stories intertwine, the show's writers have ample room to evolve this rivalry, perhaps introducing unexpected twists like a shared secret from their pasts that forces collaboration. Ultimately, ABC General Hospital thrives on these intense dynamics, and fans know the only way to stay ahead of the curve is to watch every episode religiously, eagerly awaiting the next chapter in this captivating clash of titans.